Hey, Steph.
Hey, Al.
How are you doing?
Good, you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Hi, Narissa.
Hi Al, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
Good.
Good.
Hot. Yeah.
Yeah, what's the temperature like there?
I think it's about 30 now, but it's gonna rain.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're a little bit like ahead of you guys with the weather because we had our huge thunderstorm like last night and there's been like lightning and thunder all day.
Yeah. So yeah.
I think it's coming for you.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna spotlight myself. Guys, have you either of you got a foam roller that you can grab because we're going to use that in our walk?
I don't.
If you haven't got a foam roller, grab something similar. Basically, we just want to put it across the upper back and then stretch across it. So you could use, for instance, like a bench. You could use like a wall ball type, anything, a big cushion even.
Just get Carlos to get me a foam roller. Thanks.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll give it another minute or so. And the other thing, guys, is we're going to do some pull-ups and dips later on. So obviously we can modify these movements if we need to, but if you've got your rings or your pull-up bar, then make sure they're accessible.
Should I go outside then?
Yeah, if you want to, Steph. That's not till right at the end. So if you want to do some sort of stuff inside, and then I can give you a minute to jump outside when we do that, if you want. Okay. I'll just wait for Narissa to grab her foam roller. All right, team. If you want to find the top of your mat, I'm not sure what Narissa's up to.
Okay, I've got this, the crossbar, or I can try and line a wall.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll just, I'll explain when we get there. I'll explain what I want you to achieve, and then you can have a go at a few things. Narissa, are you there? Apparently not.
Where are you? Oh, you're not in London.
No, I'm in France at the minute.
Oh, wow. Cool.
I've been here for 2.5 weeks.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so it's very nice actually. Lots of sun. We're right next to the beach, so I've been spending a lot of time in the sea. All right, Narissa, are you ready?
Yeah, I need.
Okay, let's. Oh, hold on. I'm just gonna let the cat out. You can't come back. It's always trying to come in and out of the cat. All right. So let's go to the top of the mat. Okay, we're going to start with about 5 to 10 minutes worth of flow. I'm just going to put you guys on mute now so I can get going. Okay. Right, so we're going to start with a little bit of spinal work. So from the very top of the mat, I just want you to start by curling the chin down towards the neck and then bringing the chin all the way back up and looking at the ceiling. And we're just going to do that a couple of times. Try and stretch all the way down into that neck. When you've done that a few times, you start to feel it loosen up. We're going to do the same thing but side to side. So I want you to start by just turning the head left to right. And then we're going to keep the head still and we're going to try and get the ear down. Let this arm hang nice and loose. Take it across to the side, let this arm hang nice and loose. a couple of times on each side. And then with the finish of the neck, we're going to go circles. So basically just draw with your chin a big circle. We'll do 3 times in one direction and then 3 back in the other direction. Nice. Once you've done that, we're going to then actually take it down into our hands. So start by pulling the chin down towards the chest, then roll the shoulders forwards. Keep pulling the belly button kind of back and roll through the top of your spine to begin with. So keep pulling the belly button up, slowly, slowly. Make sure you shift your weight slightly forwards into your toes. Come into that hang position, so legs are nice and straight. Pulling your chin, head down towards the floor and close to your legs. Shifting forward so the weight's mostly in your toes. Nice, and then we'll pull from the belly button, so suck the belly button up. Keep the head, shoulders down, and start to roll all the way up. When you get to the top, you're going to stretch the hands up and push the hips forwards just to get a little back bend. Make sure you're squeezing your butt. Okay, and then we're going to go again. So start with the chin, shoulders. This time when we get all the way down to the bottom, I want you to grab hold of your elbows and swing slightly to the left and the right. So just rotating around, starting to feel the outside of the hamstrings. See if you can pull a little bit deeper into the stretch. And then just place your hands on the floor in front of your toes. Okay, now we're going to lift the chest up and the eyes up and try and straighten out the back. You might need to go onto your fingertips for this. Just trying to lengthen that spine, and then we're going to walk the hands forwards into your plank shape. And we're going to lower down to the floor. Try and relax your hands whilst you pull your back up, and then you're going to finish by pushing slightly through the hands, okay? So we're going to do this 5 times. Lift through the chest, push a little bit with the hands. Okay, you should feel it mostly in that lower back area. Pull, push, 2 more. Pull, more push, and then last one. We're going to hold at the top. 10, squeeze the back as you do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, relax back down and push up into plank again. This time, left leg's going to come forwards into lunge shape. You're going to drop the back knee onto the floor and just pull that knee out, in and out 5 times. Okay, so we're going to try and get the elbows down onto the floor on the inside. So pull down with those elbows, pushing forwards with the knee, stretching into the ankle, the hips, groin area. Come back up onto the hands, tuck your toe at the back underneath. Try and keep your hips down and just pull that knee up as high as you can. And you should start to feel that now on your right leg in the top of the hip flexor. We'll do it again. Pull that knee up, hold, squeeze your butt a little bit if you're not quite feeling the stretch. Okay, last time, lift the leg up, squeeze. Pushing deeper into the hip stretch will hopefully increase that stretch as well. Okay, so we're going to rotate back now. So put the knee down, rotate into your hamstring stretch. Okay, start with the toes facing up. Knee should be locked out and straight as you can get it. And then just leaning the body in towards the leg. Okay, now we're going to move this toe. So I want you to push the foot towards the ground and then lift back up again. So keep the stretch the same. And we're just moving the foot. You might start to feel it across the top of the leg a little bit as well. Do it 5 times with the foot. Notice where it feels tighter. Good, and then moving forward, last stretch on this side. We're going to take the leg across. Okay, try and keep the front leg as straight as you can. You might not be able to get your hips down, that's fine. And just push into that pigeon stretch. We're going to use the pigeon stretch in a little bit. Okay guys, so I want you to focus on holding this, feeling out that position for a second. Ideally with that leg straight, so there's not, it's not really going to help us when we use it in a few minutes. Final 20-30 seconds on this side. You can move in and out of the stretch. Notice how I'm sort of bouncing my hips up and down. I find that helps me to get a little deeper into the stretch. Almost get my hips down now. All right, okay, let's take it back to plank and then switch the lunge over to the other side. So we're going to start just by putting that back knee on the floor and then pushing that knee out and in 5 times. Once we've done that, sort of opening up that hip a little bit, we're going to take the elbows down onto the floor and just push a little deeper into the stretch. Okay, back up onto the hands. We're going to tuck the toe at the back underneath. You're going to keep the hips exactly where they are and just lift that knee to straighten that back leg. Squeeze the butt under if you feel that helps you to get more of a stretch. Pop it back down 2 more times. It should be quite an intense stretch. If it's not, you might need to get deeper into the movement or squeeze the hips more. Okay, last time. Put the knee down. This time we're going to rotate back into that hamstring stretch. Okay, so you might notice that one side's tighter than the other. Start with the toe facing up and just kind of bend down, keeping that leg straight. Find the stretch. Use your fingertips on the floor if you need. Okay, once you found it, hold it for a few seconds. Try to find that kind of comfortable, uncomfortable grey area. And then we can start to think about this foot. Okay, so we're going to move the foot through flexion. Back up. Okay, try and keep the stretch, the leg in the same position. And just sort of move that foot around. Feeling the change in the stretch as we do so. Oh, this leg is very cracky for me. I think I've got some tight tendons. Oh. All right, and then finally we're going to bring it forwards into that pigeon shape. So lock the foot down onto the mat, take the knee across so that it's parallel. Drop that back leg long, relax it. You can always tuck, I sometimes tuck my toe under because I can then use that foot to kind of like apply pressure as needed. So if you find that that helps you to kind of find that better stretch and do that. Okay, spend a few seconds here. We're going to need this pigeon as well. You're probably going to find your glutes are tensing up, your hamstrings as well, so try and relax them. That'll help you to get deeper into the stretch. Sorry if it's mobility stuff's boring. I think it's good, so especially for gymnastics. Can't really do skills work if you're not mobile. Okay, last few seconds. And then drop into plank. From plank position, you're going to push the hips up into the air. Okay, hopefully the hamstrings and legs are feeling kind of loose, but if you need to pedal them out a little bit, you can do so. Okay, once you've got those legs sort of in position, both heels pushing towards the ground, hips up. Let's now focus on these shoulders. We push the head through, all the way through. Try and tuck the lats underneath, so it's an active stretch, downward dog. And looking to engage the shoulders, keep them close to the ears. Pushing through the palms, the fingertips, the heels. Okay, let's drop it down onto hands and knees. Let's take the right hand underneath, palm facing up, shoulder onto the floor. I want you to lock down your forearms, like hold the hand down, and then try to rip the hand out. Almost like your two hands are fighting each other. So you're really pulling through. You should feel it in your lats. All right, let's switch over to the other side. So palm facing up, shoulder down, lock the forearm onto the floor, and then start to pull that arm out from underneath that locked hand. Okay, back onto hands and knees. We're going to focus in on the wrists for a second. So keep the fingers nice and spread out. We're going to draw 5 circles around. And then 5 back in the other direction as well. Notice any tension in any of the hands, fingertips, forearms. Okay, turn the hands all the way around so that the fingers face the knees. Okay, again, try and get all fingers and palm down, and then pull gently backwards on the hands. On the wrists, actually. Okay, from this position, we're going to turn ourselves around. So we're just going to flip ourselves over. Hands are going to be facing in, feet onto the floor. I want you to lift up as high as you can, holding that tabletop position. 3, 2, 1, and then back down. Next time you do it, I want you to increase the stretch more. Okay, so lift through the chest. Okay, we're going to do this 5 times. This is number 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 more to go. Lift up. 1, 2, 3. All right, last one. Lift up. 1, 2, 3. Butt goes down. Hands come back. They're facing backwards this time. Okay. You're going to try and get your little pinky fingers to touch each other. So get them as close as you can. And once you've got that position there, if you feel comfortable, you can drop the hips a little bit further away. Okay, so we're just going to hold on to this position. Think about opening, so you don't want the chest to be down here, you want to lift the chest and open through those pecs. All right, this is the point where we're going to need our foam roller, guys. So I'm going to explain the movement, what I want you to get from it, and then I left it out in the storm last night, so it's like really gross. I'll explain what I want you to get from it, and then Steph, let me know if you need any adaptations. So start with it across your shoulder blades, or kind of just on the bottom part of your shoulder blades, so it should be sitting quite nicely there. I want you to keep your body in a hollow body position. Okay, so I don't want to be in this arch position. I'm going to pull my belly down and really engage my core and my glutes. Okay, the shoulders are going to start in a nice comfortable position here next to my ears. What I'm going to do is hold this shape, and I'm going to reach with my hands down towards the ground. Okay, so we're looking for shoulder mobility here. If I start to arch my back, I'm now no longer using my shoulders, I'm using my spine. Okay, so we're going to reach with those shoulders. Bring them back in and go again, holding this position. You can move your head if you want to, but it quite often leads to the spine moving as well. So I normally say leave it where it is. You're going to do it 3 times, and then you're going to move the foam roller back a little bit. Okay, same thing. Back up. All right, let me see what you guys are doing. Nice, Steph, good. Nice. If you have your hips on the floor, it makes it harder. So Narissa, yeah, what you're doing is perfectly fine, but it's just slightly easier with your hips up. So, but try and keep the hollow body, Narissa, yeah, so just pull the belly button down. If you want your hips slightly off the floor, then do that. Experiment with it a little bit. All right, let's do this sort of 6 to 10 times, and maybe adjust the foam roller or the position of the bench on the back a couple of times. And then once we've done that, we're going to get into our first part. All right. Are you guys feeling the kind of range of your shoulders opening up a bit? Yeah, okay, good. It's very useful for handstands and jerks and whatnot. Okay, all right, let's get going. So guys, first thing we're going to do today, just to explain the format of the rest of the session. So we're going to do a little bit of crow practice, but today both of you should be fine to have a go at this. We're going to move into doing pigeon crows, which is something I've one of Paul Louis' sisters actually was showing me, and I thought it was quite interesting, so I thought we could have a go at this. Then we're going to do some straddle work, so a little bit of straddle and pike strength work, and we're going to take it into straddle downs. So you can either do this in a headstand or a handstand. I'll demonstrate the headstands because I don't have a wall, but you guys probably want to do handstands. And then we're going to finish with a little bit of strength, pull up, dip, and V up strength work. Okay. So let's start with the crows. First things first, we're just going to start to warm up the shoulders, the hands, the wrists, and load them. Okay, so hands are going to be shoulder width apart, spread the fingers out. We're going to get the knees into the armpits ideally, but anywhere between the armpit and the elbow is fine. And we're going to push through our toes just to get that weight on and off those wrists. Okay, so start to feel the load transition from the toes into the hands and the shoulders. Keep everything nice and tight as you do it. We'll have 10 of those. That's it, just slowly transition that weight across. Doesn't matter what it looks like for now particularly, I just want you to feel the movement out. Nice. Good, and if you feel comfortable in the last couple of reps just going into that crow hold, then do so. If not, just stay with the little shifts.
My head's not supposed to touch the floor, right?
No, it's not supposed to. Great. So if you were ending up doing a couple of crows at the end there, fantastic. If not, we're going to try and take this into a crow shape itself. So as Larissa just said, we don't really want our head to be touching the floor. Okay? Arms straight is perfect. Most people have them a little bit bent because it's slightly easier that way. So you're looking to tuck the toes off the floor, take the weight onto the hands, lift those toes up and squeeze the body into that crow position. Okay, you might find yourself shifting around on your hands. That's absolutely fine. If you want something in front of you to break your fall, you can always roly-poly out of it. So let's have a little go, guys, at our regular crow. Anyway, so use that core. You need to pull your legs in. Nice, good, that's it. Lift the heels towards the butt, Steph. Nice. Good, yeah, so just experiment with that shape. Larissa, let's have a little look. Keep your head up. Nice, Larissa, well done. Okay, good. So Larissa, you're pivoting quite a lot, your head towards the ground. Try and think about just above your elbows, everything being sort of flat. So your head can't go too far down. Okay, instead you just need to push horizontally. Okay, so if you want to continue just practicing your crow for the next few minutes, that's fine. The pigeon crow. So we're going to be having the legs in pigeon position. Okay, I'm just going to take you through it and let you guys have a go if you want to. Okay, so you start in your sort of standing pigeon position. I'll show you here. You've got one foot across the side of your knee. Okay, the hands are then going to go onto the mat, and we're going to put our legs onto the hands. I might show you this way around actually because it might be easier to see.
You're a bit frozen on my end.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Saying your network's low or something.
Can you see me now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, let me know if it freezes, guys. Obviously, the storm might have affected the internet somewhat. Okay, so this is our pigeon position. Just to go over it again. Okay, so hands go down. You're going to tuck the toes around the outside, okay, and put the other knee on the other elbow, okay, and you're going to lean forwards, taking that back toe off the ground. So you're holding that pigeon shape within the crow. Does that make sense?
Sorry, I couldn't actually see it. It just keeps freezing when you're demonstrating.
Okay, let me try again now. If it freezes, tell me.
It's frozen.
Okay. Have you got me now?
I can see you. You're not actually demoing.
No, I'm not demoing now. I'll try again now. Hold on. Okay. If it freezes, tell me immediately. Pigeon.
It's frozen.
All right. Let me try. Guys, can you continue just practicing your regular crows then, if it won't let me demonstrate, and then in a minute I might try moving on to my 4G and see if this helps. Nice, Steph. Great work. Good. Let's have a look, Narissa. Nice, Narissa. Just, yeah, start to tuck the heels in towards your butt a little bit more, yeah? So you want to pull that shape in tighter. Okay. Just going to get my personal hotspot. Okay. Excuse me if it freezes for a second. Oh. Sorry, team. Can you see me now? I'm going to try demonstrating this pigeon one last time. If it doesn't work, then we'll just move off. Okay. You can give it a go if you want to. Am I still there? Okay, so pigeon position with the leg. I'll show you this way around. Hands go down onto the floor. You're going to hook your toe around one elbow and put your knee on the other elbow. From that position there, hooking on, you're going to try and lift that back toe off the floor. Okay, so you're maintaining that pigeon shape. Did it freeze? Good. Okay, so you're trying to hold on to that pigeon shape with your legs, hook the toes around, other knee on the other side. That's it. So find the pigeon first, bend that knee, hook the toe. Obviously, the higher you go, the harder it is. So start nice and start lower, I'd recommend.
No, this does not make sense. But I struggle with the normal curve, so I mean.
Have you got shoes on, Larissa?
Yeah.
Much easier without shoes, this one, because then you can actually use the toes, sort of curl around. Good, yeah, try it on both sides. And then we'll move on in a moment. Did you do it on one side, Steph, and not the other? Struggling with it. Okay, good. Well, we can practice this again maybe next week. It's a difficult one, guys. So yeah, if you're working on crow itself, then maybe stick with that for the moment, but it's just something that you can potentially practice at home. Okay, let's move on to what we're going to do next. So we're going to do a little bit of strength work before we do our handstands. Okay, so we're going to 3 rounds. We'll do the first round together, and then the second round we will I'll let you do in your own time. So we're going to do our straddle leg lift. So first we'll just come into your straddle position, so legs nice and wide. You're going to peel out your butt cheeks so we can get a good lean forwards of the chest, the fingers coming into the middle. We're going to point the toes, get the heels up off the floor by squeezing these quads, and then we're going to try to lift the legs up and down. Okay, you're not going to get very much movement, so just small lift up and down 10 times. You're going to feel it a lot in the hips here. Nice, try and keep those legs super straight, toes super pointed. Good, and when you've done 10 in your straddle position, you're going to bring your legs into pike position, so legs together, squeeze the big toes, squeeze the knees together. Hands are going to go outside of your knees here, keep your chest nice and tall, and again, lift up both legs together if you can. Guys, if you're struggling to do this movement with both legs together, you just move it into one leg at a time, okay, on both this and this. So 10 of your pike leg lifts, good. When you've done 10 of each, rest. Okay, 2 more rounds, guys. Take as little rest as you can. So as soon as you've sort of shaken it out and you're ready, back to straddle, 10 more. Might start to feel your quads cramping up as well, that's absolutely fine. Good, and then 10 of your pike leg lifts. Good, finally guys, so shake it out again, little rest, last round, 10 straddle, and then 10 pike. We don't really want the chest to be moving. If the chest is moving, that means we're just rotating, we're not actually compressing. Good, final 10 guys. Keep those legs nice and straight. You don't have to do 10 all in one go, you can break it into small sets if you want to. All right, once you finish that, we're going to move on to our straddle downs. Okay, so you can do this as a headstand or a handstand. I'm going to demonstrate it as a headstand. If you've got the wall, you're going to need that to kick up to for your handstand. So the idea of this movement is that we're working through the eccentric phase of that straddle, okay, but we're doing it from the top. So the top of the headstand, the top of the handstand, we're going to slowly, slowly, slowly lower the legs all the way down to the floor. Okay, if you can pick them back up again, that's absolutely great. If not, you just remove yourself back into the top. Okay, so from a headstand perspective, Let's figure this around. Okay, hands shoulder width apart. Make sure you can see your fingertips. Your head should be in front. That's your tripod position. Bring the knees up. You're going to come into your tuck position and then squeezing the glutes. You're going to come to the very top of the headstand. Okay, you're going to bring the legs apart all the way down towards the floor. Get as low as you can go and then lift back up to the top of the headstand. Okay, you're going to do this for 3 reps. I do for 3 reps. Final rep, I want you to try and get all the way to the floor. Right, give it a go, guys. There's a headstand. Keep the core super engaged, okay? So you don't ever want to be bending in your back. So pull the belly button in, tuck the glutes underneath. Nice, Sarissa. Good. Point toes as you come down. And then back up and in. Good job, Marissa. You can definitely get wider with those legs. So try and pull the legs apart and down. Nice, Steph. Good. All right, so if you guys are happy with the headstand version, maybe try kicking up into your wall handstand and practicing that same drill. Okay, so obviously a little bit more challenging with the handstand. Do you want to give it a go?
As in, from a handstand, we then lower down to a headstand?
No, handstand straddle. So you'll be in your handstand position. Your legs are going to straddle down towards the floor and then rest, kick back up.
Okay.
Nice, Marissa. Keep the bum a little bit closer to the wall. Squeeze hard in that core. That's it. And just bring those legs down wider, wider, wider. That's it. Good. You can, that's it. Nice, Steph. Good. Try to keep the butt tucked under.
My back is going funny again.
Arching, yeah, that's natural with this. So try to maintain that hollow body position, pushing your head through rather than arching your back. So that drill that we did in the warm-up with the foam roller helps you to understand that position a bit more. Okay, look at your hands in front of you slightly, Narissa, because that will help. Squeeze the hips under. Nice, Steph. Okay, good. Good. All right, team. So this drill, we're going to do 5 sets of 3, and that includes the warm-up sets that we were doing, okay? So it looks like most of you have done, both of you have done 3 sets now. 2 more. Take as much rest as you need in between.
Like when I try to lower my legs from the handstand position, the legs won't come down, like the upper body just refuses to let the legs like come down.
So explain a little more.
Yeah, so when I try to straddle down,
Yeah,
I think my back is sort of started moaning, and then I can't get my legs to come. The upper body and the lower body are not connecting and not working together, and then my back.
When you do it in the headstand, does it do the same thing?
No.
Okay, stick with the headstand for now then. Nice, good. Legs together at the top, that's it. Nice, pull the elbows in, Narissa, in that headstand, that's it. Wide, wide, wide. Keep pointing the toes. Good, nice. So Steph, you have one more, don't you? I think one more set. Nice, Narissa, good. Nice, good job, Narissa. Now that feels slightly more comfortable. I want you to switch your focus from the legs. So kind of forget that the legs exist. Just let them do what they're doing and focus now on the core and what's going on there and how you can adjust and control that. So maybe pull yourself out of position and then pull yourself back in just to get that awareness. Okay. Good. Once you finish with that, guys, so Steph, once you finish with that, we're going to head outside for the next bit. So maybe, I don't know how long it takes you to get outside.
Like that now, I've got to disconnect my laptop and I'll rejoin on my phone.
Okay, perfect. Nice, Narissa. Good job. Good, last one. Good, nice and wide, that's it. Focus on the core, what he's doing. Pull the butt off the wall slightly. Nice. Back up and in. Try and finish without using the wall too much at all. So pull your body off the wall. Go on, control it, control it. Good, don't use the wall on the way back up. So focus on squeezing the butt, squeeze the butt. Okay, well done. Nice, so the next thing, because Narissa, with the handstand, you don't really use the wall at all. Whereas with the headstand, you can use the, because you can get your back kind of onto the wall. So I want you to try and do the headstand without the wall, and then that will put you in a better position to be doing the handstand, if that makes sense.
So last week I felt better in the headstand. I wasn't using the wall as much, but I think when it comes to handstand, I don't know why, even with my butt against the wall, my back just starts screaming every time I try to lower my legs down. But again, or something, yeah. It's probably I'm just not engaging my core and not using it correctly somehow.
Yeah, I think with the handstand against the wall, it actually, if you have your butt on the wall, so say your arms are here and the wall is here. So if you have your butt against the wall, it naturally curves your back, which is why it's usually better to try and do your handstand stuff with your butt off the wall. Feet, because like when you do a kick up, for instance, your butt doesn't touch the wall, does it? It's just your feet that touch the wall. Whereas obviously with a headstand, you can get yourself nice and close to the wall so that actually your back's almost flat against the wall. So it almost acts like the floor or like a bench. Yeah. So yeah, try and get the headstands better off the wall, and that will transfer, I think, better. Okay, Narissa, have you got your rings set up? Wonderful. All right, guys, so for this last little bit, we're going to do 3 movements. I'm going to take you through the movements first of all, and then then we're going to do each one for 4 sets, okay? So we'll do 4 sets of pull-ups, 4 sets of dips, and then 4 sets of V-ups. All right, we'll keep it going. So it'll basically just move from one to the other. If you need a minute to transition yourself between your movements, just let me know and I'll factor that in. Okay, so the first station is going to be our pull-ups. So whichever you've got, whether you've got rings, whether you've got bar, whether you've got nothing and you're just doing this body weight, we're going to start by hanging or having our hands overhead. And we're going to move the shoulders up and down. Okay, so we're not moving forwards or backwards. Imagine there's a wall in front of you.
Deb, can you
Say
see
again?
me? Okay, yeah. See you. Now I can see you. I lost you.
Okay, cool. Sorry about the internet, guys. Okay, so arms next to ears. Make sure you're not moving forwards or backwards. There's a wall in front and behind my body. I'm just going to move the shoulders up, down 10 times. You can do this hanging. You can do this just body weight like me. Up and down. When you've done that, we're going to come onto the floor. And we're going to do the same thing in a plank position. Okay, you can start on hands and knees if you prefer, so keep the body in its hollow position. So we want to make sure that we're tucking the butt underneath and pulling the belly button up. Then we're going to pull the elbows back and we're going to shrug, push, shrug, push. Okay, so shoulder movement only, no bend in the elbows. 10 of these. You can do it hands and knees, you can do it in plank. Good. And then finally, when you've done 10 of those, we're going to come into our lying position on the floor. Hands are going to be next to our legs, and we're going to tuck the knees in and tuck the chest up. Okay, so look in front of you, knees in to chest, lie back down. Knees in, lie back down. Okay, you should finish sitting on your hips. Okay, you should have your legs engaged. You should have your core engaged, keeping your chest up. When you've done 10 of these, we're going to go back to our pull-up bar. Good, guys. So we're going to go through the pull-up motion. You can do this with your toes on the ground. You can do this as a strict pull-up if you have strict pull-ups. Okay, you're going to start hanging on the bar. The first thing that we're going to do is engage those shoulders. Okay, keep them locked down. Eyes are going to stay forwards, and we're going to keep that core engaged. So belly tucked, butt underneath. From that position there, you're going to pull through the elbows to get the chin above the bar. So you should finish in this position here with your shoulder blades squeezed together. Okay, and then back up again. Shoulders, elbows, squeeze, back down. Give it a go, guys, for a couple of reps. Try to maintain a really tight body position as you do this. Keep it as smooth as butter. Good. All right, when you've done a couple of those, we're going to move into our dips. Okay, so if you have dip bars, perfect. If not, you're just going to do this as a push-up. Guys, I'm going through the push-ups because people might watch on YouTube. Okay, so if you're doing it as a push-up, you want to find that plank position, elbows back, legs long, make sure we're not curved, so pull the belly up, squeeze the butt. We're going to lower the body together down towards the floor, and when we get to this finishing position, notice how my elbow to wrist is straight. So I'm not here, I've got the elbow above the wrist, nice and straight. From there, you can push back on your knees, or if you want to, you can push back on your toes, regular push-up. If you're doing dips, guys, I'm just going to move you for a moment so you can see my dips. So maybe you have two objects such as this, but I'll show you this around to closer. Yes. Maybe. The light is in here is not great at all. And hopefully you can see me enough. So from your dip position, guys, hands are going to be on the objects. You want to make sure that you start with your shoulders engaged. So we don't want to be shrugging up here. We want to be pushing the shoulders down. Okay, chest comes forwards. Try to keep the elbow above the wrist and then drive back up. You can do this with tiptoes on the floor. Okay, so that will just reduce some of the load for you. Let's have a look at your dips, guys. Nice, good. Use your hips, Narissa especially. So you want to be pulling those hips ever so slightly up. Okay, I'll just show you in a body weight fashion. So you want to make sure that the hips aren't down there, that you're actually pulling the hips up, and it's the core that does that. Okay. All right, final exercise is our V-up. So we already went through the tuck-in a second ago. So this exercise is our scaled exercise. If you want to make it harder, we're going to do it as a V-up. So we're going to keep those legs nice and straight. Okay, we're going to whip up. Try to touch the toes with the hands. Using that compression that we practiced in the last 2 drills. Let's have a look at your V-ups. Good, pull the hips in, all right? So we want to compress the quads into the body. Good, all right guys, have I cut out or am I still around?
It's a bit in and out for me, like sometimes.
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you okay, so yeah, if you say do a dip, I'll do a dip.
Right, fine. So we're going to do 4 rounds, 40 seconds working time, 20 seconds resting time. We're going to start with our pull-ups. You don't have to do a particular number of sets. You're just going to get as many reps as you can within that 40 seconds. So I would advise doing smaller sets. Okay, so maybe 2s or 3s or whatever feels like a small set for you. And then shake it off quickly, jump back up, okay? That 20 seconds rest is not a lot. Okay, so are you ready? Got the clock here. So 40 seconds starting in. Are you ready, Steph?
Yeah, I'm just going to be moving back and forward, so I won't always be on the thing.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We're doing all pull-ups first, remember? So ready, guys? 3, 2, 1, and let's go. 40 seconds worth of pull-ups. Nice, guys. If you're new to getting pull-ups or you've only got a few in the bag, just do 1 at a time, shake it off, maybe do every sort of 10 seconds or something. We're already 20 seconds in. 25. 30. 35. 3, 2, 1, and 20 seconds worth of rest, guys. So we're going again in 10 seconds, so get ready. See if you can get the same number of reps in round 2. Ready in 5, 3, 2, 1, let's go, round 2. Nice, nice there. Good, guys. 15 seconds in. Shake it out, try and eke another rep in. 20 seconds. Nice, Steph, that's it. Try mixing up the grip as well. 25. 30. Go on, Marissa. 35. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, good, that's 2 rounds done. 2 to go. So guys, you can mix up your grip, experiment with it a little bit. Starting in 5, 3, 2, 1, let's go, guys.
Allô? Ah oui, d'accord. N'inquiétez pas.
Nice, Steph, good job. Guys, Steph, feel free to do jumping slowly down if you find that you can get more volume like that. 20 seconds. Go on, Marissa, keep pulling. Yes, good work. 30 seconds. 10 to go. 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice. So 1 more interval on the pull-ups, guys, and then we're going to go straight into the dips. I'll give you 1 minute between. Ready, in 5, 3, 2, 1. Last 40 seconds, guys, on these pull-ups. Nice, Steph. Well done. Nice work, Narissa. Well done. This is the last interval, so it's going to be hard. You're 20 seconds in. Come on, team. So final 15 seconds. Let's get the last couple of reps in. Doesn't matter if you fail. 10. Go on, Narissa. Keep pull, keep pull, keep pull. Yes, go. Good. 5, 3, 2, 1. All right, 1 minute starts now. So get yourself ready for dips. Steph, I know you probably need to move. Okay, so it's exactly the same thing on the dips. If you are not going to be doing full dips, then you can jump up to the top slowly on the way down, or you can put your toes on the floor. Okay, and if you don't have a dip bar or rings, then you can do this as regular push-ups, whether it's just slowly down and then worm back up, or whether it's just regular push-ups. Okay, guys, we're starting in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 40 seconds of dips. Nice, small sets, remember guys, don't rush. You sort of know what it feels like now from the pull-up, so err on the side of caution. Good, Narissa, try not to pause at the bottom. Drive straight back up. Nice. 25. Nice, Steph. 30. 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done, guys. 20 seconds rest. Steph, try not to let your hips drop down when you, so as you come down, your hips sort of slide under like this. I want you to try and think about keeping sort of the hollow body position. So tuck the belly button under. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and let's go round 2, guys. Aim for that same number. Nice. Pushing straight up this time, so that's better. Good. Those are much better dips. Good. Keep that hip slightly up, Steph. Nice. Good job. That's it. 30 seconds in. Almost there, guys. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good finish, no, so well done. 2 rounds to go on dips. This is our essentially our sort of muscle up work, pull and push. 3, 2, 1, and let's go, guys. Back to dips. Nice, keep it up, guys. 20 seconds in. 25. 30. 35. 3, 2, 1, and finish. Last rest and then last interval, guys, on the dips. Good job, well done, Narissa. Okay, well, after this, I'm going to give you just 20 seconds and then we'll go straight into the reps, okay?
I feel like I'm getting this.
3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go. Yes, Narissa, good. Let's see, Steph. Yeah, nice dips, good. At least you're not getting harassed by children this time. I think last time we were on, that's what was happening. Okay, 30 seconds, guys, so 10 seconds remaining. Come on, got one more, Narissa, let's go. 5, 3, 2, 1. Ah, good job. All right, guys, onto the floor. Because you have 10 seconds and then we're doing the last little bit, which is our 4 minutes of V-ups, okay? Ready, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 40 seconds of V-ups, let's go. Come on, Steph, nice. Well done, team. 20 seconds in. Go on, Narissa, reach, look forwards at those toes. That's it. I want you to compress a bit more. So if you need to bend your knees a little bit, guys, then do it. I want you to feel that compression. 10 seconds. Keep going. Go on, Steph. 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good, so yeah, if bending the knees helps you to compress in a little bit more, then do so, okay? But obviously in an ideal world, we're looking for straight legs. Okay, ready? 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Good, again, small sets, quick rest. Good, try and be explosive in that squeeze. Twenty seconds. Come on, guys. 10 seconds to go. 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, good. 2 sets of V-ups left. Well done, guys. Sorry, we're running over slightly because of the internet faux pas. Okay, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. Nice, Steph. Good, Narissa. Belly button in. Chest towards the knees. 20 seconds. Nice, guys. 10 seconds left. 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, final 20 seconds, and then final interval of V-ups. Almost there, guys. Ready, in 5, 3, 2, 1. Last one, let's go. Come on, Marissa. Nice, Steph. Good. Come on, guys, push. You've got 20 seconds left. Good, yeah, modify it if you need to. Nice. 10 seconds, team. Let's get 5 more, come on. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. Well done. Really good work, guys. Okay, let's just have a really quick stretch because we're 5 minutes over already. So let's just stretch through the core and lower back because we'll probably use that a little bit today. So lying down on the mat, just lift yourself up onto your forearms. Try and not use your arms too much, so try and think about pulling through the back and relaxing the glutes. It has stopped raining here. Thank goodness. Okay, yeah, it's good stuff. So we'll just stretch the hip flexors because we use those quite a lot as well. So I want to do it as a twisted dragon. So you're going to bring one leg forwards into a lunge. Okay, first of all, just work on that lunge shape, pushing forwards. Then you're going to rotate that back leg. I don't want you to rotate it too much. I want you to sort of start to push through and feel, where do I get that really nice stretch? Okay, so maybe you want to pull it all the way around because that feels nice. Maybe you just want to pull it to kind of 45 degrees because that feels nice. Maybe you just want to stay in regular dragon, tuck the butt underneath because you prefer to feel it across the front of the hip. Give you options. Good, squeeze wherever you are, squeeze that butt underneath because that will help to exacerbate that stretch. Okay, switch over to the other side, so lunge first. And if you want to rotate, you can. Keep squeezing that butt underneath. Maybe you just want to stay in regular dragon. Lifting your chest helps as well to get that stretch through the front of the hip. Okay, bring yourself back onto hands and knees. We're going to put the butt onto the heels and draw the hands forwards into child's pose. Okay, just grip onto the floor and slightly pull the mat towards you. Just gently, so it's more of an active stretch. And then what we're going to do is put the elbows onto the mat. Take the hands onto the neck or the upper back. And I want you to push the elbows down into the mat. You should feel it in your triceps.
Okay, I have to go. Thanks, Al. See you later.
See you later. Yeah, well done, everyone. Good. I'll see you guys next week. Oh, actually, maybe tomorrow. I'm doing tomorrow and Friday's classes. So.
See you then. Thank you.
See you, Narissa.